So in this lesson, we're going to have a look at the transformations of standard curves. But before we actually look at transforming standard curves, let's have a look at the shapes of some curves that you need to remember for the purposes of the A-level. And here's the curves here. So we've got y equals x squared, which is drawn like this. And these might take a few attempts. So that's okay. But I think it could look a bit more symmetrical, actually. And in an exam, this is what you'll do. You'll do the graphs in pencil and just rub them out if they don't look up to scratch. So the key features of this graph, it's U-shaped and it has to look symmetrical. So I think that's a better job. Actually, it looks vaguely symmetrical about the y-axis. And it must go flat at the origin. It has a turning point at the origin. So that's one of the key features there. So turning point and symmetrical about the y-axis. So I'll just write that down. Symmetrical about y-axis. Right, y equals x cubed. Let's shift our focus over to that now. So again, this goes flat at the origin but starts down like that. And one thing that isn't good about my graph currently, it looks like it's going to curve back over. So I'll sort that out with a rubber. There we go. And now I think that looks pretty good. So again, and this isn't quite a turning point because the graph doesn't turn round, but it goes flat at origin. Now that type of point there is called a point of inflection, which you'll learn more about in second year maths. So flat at the origin. And one thing that will make a rubbish cubic graph would be something like this that just turns back on itself. It shouldn't turn back on itself. One of the other things that I see get done quite poorly about cubic graphs is something like that. It doesn't go flat at the origin and goes straight. So it must be forever getting steeper without ever becoming vertical. So I'll write that down as well. Get steeper, but never vertical. So y equals x to the 4 is very much like y equals x squared. Just a little bit narrower than y equals x squared. But I could get the symmetry a bit better on that actually. Let's try that one again. So again, you'll take multiple attempts at these. It's not that doable first time. If it doesn't look up to scratch, try it again. So just to get it looking a little bit more symmetrical about the y-axis, I'm going to move it across like that. Yeah, that's probably a bit better. Obviously in an exam you won't have the luxury of doing that with a pen and pencil. So you'd rub it out, move it over, but all those key features now. So all the key features of y equals x squared graph. So like y equals x squared, but narrower. And if I were to superimpose the y equals x squared graph on top of that, this is what it would look like. So it would look something like that, crossing at 1, 1, and minus 1, 1, like that. But we only know the shape of the x to the 4 graph for the purposes of this question, so there it is there. So now moving on to y equals root x. So y equals root x starts off vertical at the origin for that point and just continues like that. So the key features are vertical at the origin and gets less steep without becoming horizontal. Gets less steep without becoming horizontal. So the features of y equals root x graph, learn it. Then y equals 1 over x is something like this here. And it gets forever closer to the axes without actually ever touching them. So it gets forever close at the y-axis without touching it. gets forever closer to the x-axis without touching it. Now this might look like it touches. It doesn't, but if it looks like it touches, just get your rub a bit out, and redo that particular part. Like that. Never becomes horizontal though, so I'll get that like that. Yeah, that's good enough. So that's y equals 1 over x. Gets forever closer to the axes without actually touching them. So the axis that it gets forever close to is both sets of axes. So what I'm going to do a red dotted line here. And the name of this feature, getting forever closer to something without actually touching it, is called an asymptote. New bit of terminology. Asymptote at y equals 0. A point, or rather a line, to which the graph gets forever closer without actually touching it. And there's another asymptote there. Asymptote at x equals 0 as well. Y equals 1 over x squared. Well, squaring something has the neat effect of making it positive. So this graph here would be almost identical looking to the naked eye without a scale on there. But any parts where the graph became negative, like here, would now be positive. Now it won't just be making the graph positive. There will be different values and things, but for the purposes of the diagram, for the purposes of the sketch, it should just look the same and be vaguely symmetrical about the x-axis. So I think I can do a better job of making that look symmetrical, actually. So I'll rub that bit out and try and make it a bit more symmetrical looking. Yeah, that's a much better job. Okay, so y equals 1 over x squared, and this one has an asymptote at x equals 0 and at y equals 0 again. So asymptote at y equals 0 asymptote at x equals 0. So they're the standard graphs for the purposes of transformations and this exercise that you need to know. There are other graphs that you need to know that will be introduced in the relevant sections. So you've got exponential graphs, sine, cosine and tangent graphs, you've got circles, you've got logarithmic graphs that you need to know, but as I say, we'll leave those to the individual sections in which they're introduced. So now let's have a look at some examples of how to transform these standard graphs. And there's a question there. State the transformation applied when y equals 1 over x is transformed onto the graph y equals 1 over x plus 2. Hence sketch the curve y equals 1 over x plus 2, clearly labelling the coordinates of any intercepts with the coordinate axes and the equations of any asymptotes. So quite a lot to take in there. So let's start by trying to word the transformation as requested. So we can see that the bit that's changed is the denominator. Now it's not as if we've added a plus 2 on the outside. If it was an outside transformation, it would look like 1 over x, then with just a plus 2 added on. That plus 2 has been done on the inside of the function. We've replaced x with x plus 2 on the inside of the function. So we've added 2, and add means a translation. So we're going to translate, and it's inside, so it does the opposite of what it says. So instead of adding 2 to x, it takes 2 from x and does nothing to the y values. So that there's the transformation we have to apply to y equals 1 over x. So let's start off by doing a quick sketch of y equals 1 over x. So there's a set of axes, and draw the y equals 1 over x graph. You might want to pause it, try it yourself. Well, here we go. So there's roughly y equals 1 over x. I don't like this bump here, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back and rub that out. In fact, if I just rub that little bit out, then that looks a lot better. So the next thing I'm going to do is draw on the asymptotes. So one asymptote vertically here at x equals 0 and one horizontally here. In fact, I'll make that look a little bit closer. So there's the horizontal asymptote. And what we're going to do, we said we're going to translate this graph here 2 units to the left. So everything, including the asymptotes, get taken 2 units to the left. So let's have a look at how to do that. So there's the set of axes, and the first thing I would advise you to do is draw in the locations of the asymptotes. So the asymptotes, remember, have been translated 2 to the left. Well, that doesn't affect the position of this one because this one's completely horizontal, so moving it left won't affect it. But the one that's overlapping the y-axis will be affected, like that. So let's, as requested, label the asymptotes. So that one is x equals -2. And this one is y equals 0. They're the 2 asymptotes. And let's be ultra safe, right? Asymptote at and asymptote at. There we go. And we're just going to draw that graph now. So now the asymptote's there, so it's going to look like that. And like that. So there is the sketch of y equals 1 over x plus 2. It did say clearly labeling the coordinates of any intercepts with the coordinate axes. You can see there's one point of intersection there. And that happens when x equals 0. So x equals 0 implies y equals 1/2, 1 over 0 plus 2. Therefore, let's label that point as 0, 1/2. And finally, just so there's no danger of whoever marks your exam thinking that this here is your answer, let's label the equations y equals 1 over x and y equals 1 over x plus 2. And that's that example done. So remember, label the asymptotes. Let's try another example. That's quite similar, but it involves you knowing the shapes of your curves. And here it is here. So it says state the transformation applied when y equals 1 over x squared is transformed onto the curve y equals -1 over x squared. So you might want to pause and have a go. But here's my answer. So I can see here that the minus has been attached to the function on the outside of it. If we'd have attached the minus on the inside, then it would have said y equals 1 over, and we'll replace the x with a minus x. We'd attach the minus directly to the x inside the function, like that. So that would be the equivalent inside transformation of attaching a minus. But it's not that one. It's y equals -1 over x squared with a minus attached on the outside. So if it's an outside transformation, it does exactly what it says to y. So attaching a minus is a reflection, and it's being reflected in the y direction, which is through or in the x-axis. So part B, hence sketch the curve y equals -1 over x squared, clearly labelling the equation of any asymptotes. Well, the first thing we'll do is draw the original y equals 1 over x squared curve before we've reflected it. So there's the axes. And that's what y equals 1 over x squared looks like. And you just need to learn that. So I'm going to try and make it look a bit more symmetrical. I didn't like that left-hand part. Yeah, that's good enough. So that's y equals 1 over x squared. And the asymptotes are down the y-axis, because it gets forever close at the y-axis here without touching it, and the x-axis, so 2 asymptotes. So we're going to perform now a vertical reflection, a reflection in the x-axis, or a reflection through the x-axis. as it can also be known. So, like this here, like that. Getting forever closer without actually touching it. So now that's y equals minus 1 over x squared. So that's it there. And remember, it wanted the equation of the asymptotes. So the asymptotes, just get a dotted line and put a dotted line, see it here. And you won't always be able to put a dotted line over the x-axis, nor the y-axis, but it'll be enough for you just to label it. So write it down. Asymptotes at x equals 0 and y equals 0. They're the equations of the two asymptotes. And there we have it. So that's part B done. And now for part C. And it says hence. So hence sketch the curve y equals 4 minus 1 over x squared, clearly labelling the equations of any asymptotes and intercepts with the coordinate axes. So what you've got to notice here is that this graph here is just this one, but with 4 added to it. We've added 4. We could easily write that as minus 1 over x squared plus 4. That's the same as 4 minus 1 over x squared. So, just making a little note, if it's adding 4 on the outside, translate 4 units in the y direction. So, let's have a go. So there's the axes on which I'm going to draw it. And the first thing I'm going to do is draw the asymptotes. So I'm looking at this graph here, and I'm going to raise it 4 units, translate it 4 units upwards. So instead of the asymptote being there, it's going to be 4 units up. So this is just a sketch, so I'm going to put my 4 units up here and label the equation of that asymptote as required. So that's y equals 4 is that asymptote. And I'll just write down asymptote at y equals 4. And the translation upwards doesn't affect the position of this asymptote here. So just write the equation of that one. So asymptote at y equals 4 and x equals 0 is the vertical asymptote. And the graph will therefore look like this one here, but just translated 4 units upwards. So it'll look like that. That looks symmetrical. Nah, that left-hand side isn't good enough. Let's try and make it good enough. Yeah, that'll do. Just rub this little bit off at the end here, this little flick towards the asymptote. We don't want that. There we go. But notice there's 2 intercepts with the coordinate axes now. There's this one here and this one here when y equals 0. So I'm going to let y equal 0, which means that 4 minus 1 over x squared equals 0. That means that 1 over x squared equals 4, which means that x squared equals 1/4, giving x equals plus or minus a half. So, labelling the coordinates, we've got 1/2, 0. I've got minus 1/2, 0. And that's transformations of graphs for you. So now have a go at the worksheet. Check all the answers as you go.